Hello and welcome to Demon Interviews episode 197. I do not know which Pokemon that is. I'm your host, Springy, as always. And joining us today is our very special guest.
Ice Tiger Kitten. Very nice to meet you guys.
Woo! I promise you, I'm clapping and waving my arms around like an inflatable tube man. Um, so welcome everybody. As you can see, the interview is a teeny bit different. Just a tiny bit. Um, because I want to try it out. You know? Ice Tiger Kitten is a digital artist. I commissioned them recently. Why not just do 20 things at once?
I mean, I know that one thing that a lot of people will tell me is that whenever I'm drawing, it gets really mesmerizing for them. So be aware, you might be transfixed.
Oh, always. Thank God I have my questions next to me, so I can have something next to me and in white and neon green, so it should be able to help with my eye, hopefully. Um, so the first question I want to ask you is, how are you doing today?
I am doing fantastic. I have soup.
Well, I have ice cream, and it's actually behind my computer, so I can just start eating it. We can start eating it. Nobody will know.
No one will ever know.
Exactly. My mouse. Um, but so since the logo for what you're using is very teeny at this moment, what program do you normally use for your arts?
I tend to use Photoshop.
Awesome.
Nowadays, I use Photoshop. Before, I didn't actually start with Photoshop. It was something that I always wanted, though.
Yeah. Um, how long have you been making art? Either in general or digital or whatever you want to take the question at.
All of my life, literally. My mom said that when I was a little one that I grabbed the pen and started scribbling on the doctor.
That was horrible timing. I had ice cream in my mouth.
I'm so sorry.
You're good. It's great. It was crazy. I spit all over the place. Everything's just ice cream and
Oh,
chocolate. No.
I'm so sorry.
Nah, it's fine. It's easy to get out, right?
Just put a quick intermission.
Ah, no. So where do you mainly post your artworks to?
Mostly to Twitter, though I do have a bunch of other social sites that I like to use. Though it is currently a little bit difficult for me to, babysit all of them. But
Mm-hmm.
right now it's just Twitter. But I
Awesome.
do have I do have a Tumblr. I do have a Game Jolt. I post my art on Game Jolt of all things, but it's
Wow.
fun.
Awesome. Well, the next question on my to-do list is, what is your biggest project that you've done or that you're currently working on?
The biggest project that I have worked on is something that is currently in production, though is kind of on hold at the moment. It's a FNAF fan game called Fazbear Tycoon, I believe.
Ooh.
I'm hoping that it is no longer on hold eventually because I've always wanted a FNAF Tycoon game where you can just endlessly, create. That'd be fun,
Mm-hmm.
but that is okay. As for like professionally, I actually used to create federal courses for compliance. Those online courses where people would take for making sure that you are federally compliant, no sexual harassment, no safe. There's like just safety and inclusion courses, ladder safety from very complicated to not so complicated, just to make sure that everyone has all the correct information. I would actually make custom ones for big companies.
So it's your fault I had to go through HR training again every single year.
It's not my fault. It is the government's fault. I just wanted to make you nicer looking courses instead of the ones that they keep reusing from 1990s.
True. True. I mean, it is nice that I'm not having to learn about a fax machine. So,
I swear to God, some of them were using freaking Power Ranger sound effects.
that's great. Um, So, do you like making fan art of other canon characters in your style more, or do you like making original characters more?
Both. I really do like drawing in my style. Like, as you can tell, I am really over accentuating your characters' uh, form and details. But that's
Perfect.
because I just I just enjoy my style in general. But do I want to make more of my own original characters? Heck yeah, I would love to. But do I like making fan art? Heck yeah, I love it. Makes people happy.
Awesome. As of right now, what is one of your favorite creations that you've made? Other than this one, of course.
Uh, well, I mean, so far, he's looking great,
I agree.
but I I think one of my favorite creations to this point is a creation that I was listening to some music that was reminiscent of like boss battle music,
Mm-hmm.
and for some odd reason, my brain said, "Ah, yes, Dark Souls boss music. Ah, yes, the puppet from but what if together?" And so I ended up making a Dark Souls inspired boss of the puppet, and I think it turned out really freaking cool. And
Oh,
so his name is Marin, the Soul Prince of Agony.
I love that. I love that so much. I'm not even joking. I love that. I don't even play Dark Souls, but that still sounds awesome from what I know of it.
I mean, I haven't played Dark Souls myself. I want to play Dark Souls eventually, and fail horribly. But yeah, I will still
Same.
have myself a wonderful time. But yeah, no, I love the like lore of it. I love the story of it. I love like just the creatures. We need more creatures, not be like, ah, yes, this is a monster, and it's mostly human and has a couple of details that might be considered creature esque.
He has a horn.
Ah, yes, a monster.
Yeah, I mean, that is very true.
I,
There's a lot of people
I,
like,
Here, I'll send you a picture if you want to show it eventually to your crew.
sure, hopefully I'll remember to put it up. Oh my god. That's so awesome. Okay. Normally I like wave my arms around to like indicate to myself, but I can't do that right now. Uh Hold on, wait, how far are we into this recording? Like 4 minutes or something?
I have no idea.
We're 38 minutes. No, no, we're not. Oh my god. We're 8 minutes
Did you?
in.
Okay,
I'm
I was about to
stupid.
say, I was like, did you record the whole process?
No, okay, so we're 8 minutes in. I'm just gonna put 8 minutes so I don't forget.
Okay.
I just put it right there, so it's right next to it. That looks so cool. Hopefully, I will remember to flash it on screen. If not, it's probably on Tiger's social media somewhere.
Yeah, it's a piece that I'm very proud of, and I will repost whenever I get the chance to because my God, I love him so much. He's so pretty.
He, that's a word. Um, he's amazing. I have to say, just looks amazing. Um, but the sorry, I couldn't get over like we're at 38. I'm like no. Normally I'd start on the hour, and my brain was like, no, you didn't. um, so next question is coming from a past guest, a Mr. Zoom underscore 2028. Bacon? Question mark.
Ah, uh, yes? Question mark. If you're asking if I consume bacon, yes, the answer is yes. If you're saying do I like bacon, yes, the answer is yes. I had a bacon sandwich earlier.
Hmm. Nice. I was actually considering putting bacon into my mac and cheese, but I'm like, I don't want to make bacon.
You can. It's a good flavor. It just adds a nice saltiness to the mac and cheese.
Makes sense. I mean, I put in meatballs and then I just chucked them into the microwave, so it was good. Yeah,
Same effect, but bacon tends to be saltier.
true. So my next question is even longer and more complicated, coming from the same past guest. Peanut butter? Question mark.
Uh, Peanut butter, yes? Question mark.
Perfect. But the next question, a hard-hitting, very personal question.
Oh
Bacon
boy.
and peanut butter? Question mark. In one meal.
Together?
Yep, together.
I've never tried it. I will say. Um, yeah, no, I've never tried it, but I can kind of see what they're doing. It's kind of that same idea of sweet and salty.
Yeah. I actually tried that in a video because I asked it so many times. It's okay. It just mainly tastes like whichever one you eat more of. I ate it kind of like ants on the log type of thing.
Mm.
I didn't dip the bacon into the jar. I did not do that. That would be a big mistake. Uh,
Yes, and then when you dip your bacon in there and it just goes crunch, and now you have crumbs all over your peanut butter.
which for like if you used it like right away, that might be really good. But like if you like left it, then it's just like a weird like hole of grease inside your peanut butter jar, and it'd be a whole mess.
Ew.
Pretty much, yeah. Um. So my next question is going to be: who is your biggest inspiration or inspirations if you have multiple?
Uh, I get inspired by a lot of things and a lot of people, but if I were to mention just my inspiration for my style in general, I suppose I could go with Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, probably Studio Ghibli. Like, there's a lot. Like, if you know me personally, then you know that there's a lot of things that I take from all sorts of different things that I grew up with, including Godzilla. So, if that means anything whatsoever, then that I suppose that could be your answer.
I more power to it. I mean, oh wow, I'm gonna have to steal questions from another thing because like we're doing pretty good in time actually. Um, so what is the hardest thing about making one of your artworks in your opinion?
I suppose coloring, only because I have to be in the mood to color. If I'm not in the mood to color, I give myself a wretched headache, and like it's not like the kind of headache that can go away with like Tylenol or anything. It's the kind of headache that feels like you have two iron ingots going into your temples, and someone's just pushing them as hard as they can.
Mmm, yikes. That
Yeah, no, it sucks. So if I'm not in the mood to color and I try to force myself to color, I'm guaranteed a headache
fair.
and
I
a very
mean, yeah,
and a very sad looking color.
I get that. I do actually. I I know like one of my favorite things to do and this goes into one of our next questions is whenever I get an art done like to this amazing scale as we are seeing here. Um, for a second I thought like your computer was freezing or something. I was like, oh god, no,
No, I was just making the canvas bigger.
no. Um, whenever I can, I always get like the sketch or like line art, which is what I asked for here. So you don't have to color. Don't worry, I promise.
Thank, thank you.
And I actually either get it as a PNG so I don't have the background, or I trace it and then I color it in myself because it's always fun. I enjoy doing the coloring part. The other part is hard.
I mean, there
For
are
me.
people who like to color just, passively. My
Yeah,
grandmother used to always have color pencils on her because she would just color things in passively. And I wish I could just zen and do that, but it just gives me a headache. I don't know.
I get it. I get it. Headaches are horrible. Um, it feels like a giant rabbit head are just squeezing against your skull. And
I beg your pardon.
um, so the next question is: on the interwebs, you go by Ice Tiger Kitten.
Yes.
I almost said Ice Tiger Queen, and I'm like that's
No, that's a
no,
big no.
that's a different person. Um, Ice Tiger Kitten. Why did you choose that as your online persona instead of Batman Fan 98 or whatever?
um, when I was a kid, it, going way back to when Pokemon 2000 came out, I was so freaking happy and excited that I was like, I want to be a Pokemon. There should be a cat Pokemon that is ice type because ice types are cool. and
Yeah.
and so I ended up creating a little drawing with my markers and crayons and color pencils, and I was so freaking happy with my ice type cat that could also fly. And it was Ice Tiger Kitten. So the only thing that really changed over time was that I still have my ice abilities as my character. I'm able to control and command and conjure frost. But the only thing that happened is that I'm not a Pokemon. I'm just me.
Just a flying ice cat.
Yes, I am a flying ice cat. Though, to be completely fair, when Scarlet and Violet came out, there's a legendary Pokemon that is an ice snow leopard that's like ice and dark type. And I was just like, yes! I was so freaking hyped. I exploded in my little hovel, in my little corner of my room. I was so excited.
I in my opinion, that's one actually the my favorite out of the four of them. Chin Pao, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
I just looked it up. I have it in Pokemon Home.
Owie.
So
I mean, I could have just told you if you asked.
um, so the next question is also coming from a past guest. No, it's not food related.
Oh boy.
Um, it's from a Shannon Carruthers on the Instagrams. You're going to be the star of a movie. Who would you want your co-star to be, and what genre of movie would it be?
Uh, that's a hard question because I'm while I do love movies and shenanigans of all types, I'm not a very good like celebrity knowing person at all. Like I
Fair.
don't know celebrities that good, and I can barely keep up with names very good either. And they're like, "What are you talking about? That's Sylvester Stallone." I'm like, "I know the name. I don't know who that is though." so I suppose if the only couple of names that are coming to mind right now are Johnny Depp and Orlando Bloom. Johnny Depp because Jack
Johnny Depp.
Sparrow, yay, and Orlando Bloom because Legolas, and he's pretty. So,
Fair. I mean, that'd be an amazing movie, though.
I mean, Orlando Bloom was also in Pirates of the Caribbean, so like, I'm sure that it will be fine.
True. Um, so my next question might be kind of obvious with what we're doing here, but do you take commissions?
I mean, maybe, probably. I mean,
Maybe. Nobody will ever know. It's fine. Um,
no, don't worry, I do, and they're technically always open. I never close them. A lot of people are like, "Are your commissions open?" And I'm like, "Yes, they are. They're always open."
please give me money. No, that's how I would. That's what I would say.
No.
Please give me money. I have no money. Um, that's what I
More
would
like,
say.
more like, can I please have something to eat, please?
Can I have some more, sir? Please.
Just a
Uh,
loaf of bread. Just a loaf of bread, please.
um. So the next thing kind of just goes right into this a little bit. Do you ever sell some of your artworks, or I guess technically the quote unquote rights to them, or something along those lines of words?
I mean, I suppose so. I mean, I do adoptables occasionally, so does that count?
I'm going to say yes.
And I've helped other people design their characters, so it counts probably.
Yeah, yeah. It counts. Um. So we talked about how some people commission you and all that fun stuff, but do you ever still commission other people?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Awesome.
Whenever I have the funds to do so, I love to commission some of my friends or other artists that I really, really would like to, get art of because their style is so lovely. But for the most part, I love commissioning my friends because, we all get to help each other.
Yeah, I get that. That but the next question you already answered, so I'm just gonna skip that one. So,
Okay.
so the new next question is going to be coming from a past guest, a Harley F. Quinn, and
Oh
it's
boy.
what are those?
Uh, I got nothing for you. I'm sorry.
It's a reindeer. No.
I don't know.
Eh. um. Sorry, that's great. What is one of your
Hold on.
favorite fan? Oh, sorry. What?
I was gonna say, hold on. I can do something stupid real quick.
The stupid things are always the best things.
There, I got the drip. I got the drip on.
There you go. And it seems like you're also missing a leg. To get it costs you an arm and a leg, literally.
There.
Perfect.
Got all of it.
Perfect. It's perfect. Horrible jokes. So what is one of your favorite fandoms to make artworks for?
Well, FNAF. I do like making stuff for FNAF. I do like making stuff for Pokemon. I like making stuff for literally all the things that I enjoy. Well, I mean, sometimes I'm a little embarrassed of some of the things I enjoy. Like, for some odd reason, my brain's like, hey, do you want to draw something of Minecraft? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, don't post it. I'm like, why? Because you're cringe. I'm like,
I feel that. That's me with my TikTok videos. It's like, you should post that. Like, should I post? No, it's horrible. It's cringy. It's the kids you watch might see it, but they're 10. Yeah, they're still gonna see it.
I mean, it doesn't bother me in the slightest. It's just a weird mental hurdle of my brain just trying to self-sabotage or something.
I get that. And I've actually had kids find my TikTok, and it's horrible. It was terrifying.
Yeah, no. So Five Nights at Freddy's, Pokemon, Godzilla, Dragon Ball Z. I haven't drawn Dragon Ball Z in a long time though. Minecraft. Let me see. Anything else? I can't think of anything. Probably some form of cryptid horrors that I create in the back of my mind somewhere.
Excuse me. Oh golly, I'm having soda and ice cream at the same time. But all that it sounds really awesome.
You're just having yourself a root beer float with extra steps.
Excuse me, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. So people who are fans of yours might already know this, but other people might not if they're new to your content and everything. But what is your favorite character to make artwork of?
It shifts a lot, but currently I do love making artwork of Sun and Moon very much. Sun, Moon, and Eclipse. Though that doesn't mean that any of my other previous favorite characters have stopped being my favorite characters. And I will draw them whenever my brain gets the happy chemicals going. Ah, you should hyperfixate on this one right now. I'm like, yes, I shall.
I do get that a lot. Whenever I'm like doing edits for my OCs, I'm like, I'm hyper fixated on you.
On you specifically.
I just grab him by the chest. And it's like you. and most of the time it's like it's my OC of like a symbiote from Marvel. I'm like, you. I got you all over my hands.
Just like, I got you.
I had you. I had you. I still have you. This is a weird phenomenon. I don't understand.
Just wipe your hand on the wall. It'll be fine.
We're just wiping on him. See what happens. Maybe they get more. Maybe they get less. Who knows?
You're gonna get more.
Well, I mean, it's a living goo though, so maybe I'll just like go to him. Anyhow, and this next one, if you feel comfortable talking about it, how much do you make on average from selling artwork or Patreon commissions?
I mean, not much. A lot of people might think, because like my commissions have a price range, and as most people who make commissions do, the more expensive is the more time it's spent on them.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, people tend to stay on the cheap side. And I get it, everyone is hard on money right now. So typically I don't really make much more than $15 maybe.
Oh my. Yeah, I'm definitely not one of them, doing 12 commissions when your sales were half off.
I cry, but I'm still very grateful for literally everyone who was willing to commission me, because it certainly does help. Every little bit does honestly help. I just wish people would understand that and fathom that a bit more often, that even if it is just a little bit, it really does help. It really does.
Yeah. I do understand that. There are some people who I commission who, like, their lives are like if they don't get commissioned, they don't eat for a while. So, but off of the sad topic, wow. Would you rather eat Cheetos or go on a hike? I almost forgot to ask this one.
Both. why not both?
See, you found the secret third answer.
Because I love Cheetos, but like I love going on hikes. Hell, I've gone up my mountains here and in my town so many times. I love hiking up that wash. There has been something different almost every single time I hike up the wash. It's incredible. There's a spot up there that I like to call the granite pools, and it's this formation of just this outcrop of granite that looks like little craters. But whenever it rains, by the way, I live in a desert. Whenever it rains, so it's very rare, they fill up with water. However, in this position that they're in, it doesn't get hit by the sun. So even though it hasn't rained for months, it sometimes still has water in it, and it's still nice and cool to the touch there.
That's crazy.
It's beautiful. It's
Man,
wonderful. And I just love going there. So Cheetos and hike.
perfect. Um. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, my root beer float with more steps is really getting to me. It seems.
Oh dear.
And then I just die.
Don't. And then the animator died of a heart attack.
No, my money. No. Sorry, that's a horrible joke. But the next question is going to be coming from one of our fans on Instagram, a Charlie_Aronson99. Hopefully they're still a fan. If not, this is really sad. Anywho, I'm gonna edit it a little bit because it makes sense. Is there any artwork that you regret posting or making?
Anything when I was a teenager?
Fair, fair.
I mean, just being a little twerp online, just like, yes, I think I can post art, and I just go back and I see it. I'm just like, ew, delete.
I get that. I feel that though.
And then I find out that my mom keeps my art anyway. I'm just like, ah.
Ah! I wanted you to be gone. Why are you not
Yes,
gone?
yes, I know I've grown as an artist, but it's still painful to look at. Get rid of it.
Get it out of my house. So the next question is going to be what do you think is one of the biggest misconceptions about you and or your artwork?
um, I don't know that people think I'm scary sometimes.
Oh,
I don't know why. A lot of people are really scared to talk to me, and I'm just like, I want to make friends with everyone. I want to be nice to people because there's a lot of anger and frustration and stress and life in general that is so stressful, and I don't want to contribute to that. I just want to offer something nicer. I want to offer some smiles and laughter, and maybe just a chance to forget for a moment that the world is kind of scary and
yeah,
remind you of the parts of it that aren't.
yeah. I I get that 100%. Like anytime I see your Sun and Moon Eclipse comic that you're currently working on, which is great. I'm always happy to see it. It always brightens my day.
Yay, I'm so glad.
And it is great like getting to see you make them as well. Great getting to see you make Maxwell as well. Because like something I always love is whenever I get to see when somebody makes something. That's like my favorite thing. It's like one of my favorite like relaxing things to watch. Like literally, I might turn this interview on mute and just watch it go. Because I love watching it. I love even if it's not like my character or anything to do with me. I still love watching it. It's always great. I love it. Yeah. Um. But the next so the next question is: is there any artists on the interwebs that you would like to do in a collaboration with
Like,
in whatever way you wish?
well,
You're in control.
Well, I mean, I've already done collaborations with my other artist friends. Um, I've done so with Kocha. I've done so with Mango Shibi. I've done so with Lobi. I've done so with just a bunch of wonderful artists that have been a pleasure to make their acquaintance and just get to talk with. I I'm always happy to collaborate with anyone. Just we're all people. We all can have fun.
Yeah, 100%. Um, my next question is going to be, what's one of the biggest compliments you've ever gotten, either online, direct message, in person? I don't know, but still.
I love whenever someone tells me that I help inspire them. And I know that there are a lot of people who are probably quiet about that, but hearing it is always so heartwarming for me. And I'm glad that I can help inspire them.
Awesome. I love that. So, next up, I'm trying to make sure I'm not just saying. And the next question is, next thing, I am now a robot. Uh, you're just drawing me. No. Ironically, I'm just saying this for the people who are seeing my little icon or my little dude. Hopefully, I remember to put him in. Hopefully, I'm not just gonna be lazy and be like, fuck it. But him, my little bat dude, which I showed a brief picture of to you. I'll probably send the actual artwork to you later. Um, is uh words. Maxwell here is actually part of an alternative universe for that bat character
Mm.
because Maxwell Tennyson, one of, because I'm always like, I want to read a Stein of because I was in a that was a while. I made him so long ago, and it was a phase, and I love him dearly. Um, and that was actually one of his aliens he can turn into. So I love that they're both there. They're both here in spirit. Um, and another fun fact: the bat is actually based on the same alien as my dude bopping up and down. It's the same species and everything. Um, but yeah, that's just a fun fact for the one person who cares, and that's me. Um, or for the one fan who's like, yes, I'm very highly in depth with this, please. Um, so the next question is going to be. Try to make sure I say the right one. Um, this next one's going to be coming from a past guest, a Justice Pleiades. I'm going to alter it just slightly. But what is one of your strangest experiences, either online with a fan of your work or anything along those lines,
Um. Well,
that you're able to talk about? I mean,
I don't think that they were a fan of my work, and if they were, well, they were probably just a regular troll, which gotta love internet trolls.
always.
One day they hopped into the server and started just screaming randomly, and we're like, hey, calm down, this is General, very nice to meet you. Make sure that you are respectful and just make sure that you go to the certain channels to get roles, and you'll be good and, and happy here. Everyone's very friendly, and they just continued not doing that at all. I'm not going to go into detail what they did so that it doesn't give them any sort of like gratification of who they were and what they did,
Yeah,
because there's no need to celebrate doing something like that. And
fair.
eventually, I just simply banned them. But it was a whole slew of things, and everyone's like, what's going on?" And I was trying to be patient with them. I figured maybe they were just a kid, which happens. I would prefer that parents would moderate their children's consumption of media a little bit better, but what can you do?
Fair.
But eventually, my patience wore thin, and I simply just banned them. And that took literally all of like 10 minutes.
Jesus, that's crazy. And children. Um,
And if it was an adult, then that was even sadder.
I agree. and I mainly say like ugh children because I work for the people who don't know. I work with children, and 95% of them are evil in one way or another. Um, and I believe that fully. Um, so we're actually almost out of questions.
Did I
Um,
run you too fast? I'm sorry.
no. That's good. I'm happy. More power to it. Um, the next question is coming from another past guest, an ultra geek cosplay. Pepsi or Coke?
Coke.
That's actually what I'm drinking, so I agree. But I'm fine
Well,
with either one.
I mean, I do have a slight bias. I was raised on Coke, but also on the same time, my grandfather used to work for Coca Cola.
Oh,
And, well, of course, he had let me try a Coke and he let me try a Pepsi. Now, I didn't like the taste of the Pepsi. It didn't taste good from what I recall. Now, another thing that happened was he said, "We're going to do a little experiment." And I was like, "Okay." Now, tiny child me was not sure what this experiment was, but he had a little refrigerator in his office at the Coca-Cola plant, and he stuck a Pepsi in the fridge and he just left it there. Now, he left it there for I don't remember how long, but it was a really long time. And I want to say about a year or so later, we came back and he opened it, and he's we tried a fresh one and we tried the old one, and they tasted exactly the same. And I was just like, "Ugh," as a kid. But I haven't had Pepsi since, and I'm pretty sure that like it's fine. But if I'm ever gonna be like asking for a soda, I'm gonna be asking for Coke.
I feel that. I get that. Yeah, I just that's just what we usually drink. It's not like, I'm like I don't hand me one or the other. I don't. I'm not picky. I don't. Um,
For other sodas, I don't care. Like
yeah,
even if it's a Pepsi product, like if you say, "Do you want a Sprite or do you want a Mist?" I was like, "I'll do whatever."
yeah. I get that. Get that. Get that. Just the cola flavor is too different, and I get that. I get that. I get that. So these next questions are gonna be from past guests. I'm just gonna say that now.
Okay.
This next one is coming from a Dark Mina the Gone. Um, you're gonna be inside of a horror movie, not an actor. You're in the horror movie.
Oh.
What do you think your stereotypical role would be? Would you be the killer, first killed, final survivor, so on and so forth?
Well, if I get the option, like if I would be the killer, I probably might be the killer, but that's just because I really like villain characters. But if I have to be one of the survivors and I am plopped in that situation, well, I do have survival training, so I'll probably want to be one of the kids that, has that is most reserved and is actually making all the smart decisions that no one else is listening to.
It's like that commercial for I don't remember what the commercial was even
Yes,
for.
it's progressive, I think, where it's just like,
Yes.
why can't we just go into the running car? No, are you crazy? Let's go hide behind all those dangling chainsaws.
Yes, that's the exact ad I was thinking about. That's perfect.
Yeah, no. I have a lot of those types of teachings from my mother. I'm Native American, and my mother's Native American. So those types of things are super important. So when you are out in the wilderness, be it friend, foe, animal, or man, you will know how to survive no matter what. And you will always be aware of everything around you. You must be alert of your surroundings. You must be one with your surroundings in order to be able to conquer it. Well, now, ask of it what you can. Conquer is the incorrect word.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. Oh man. Now we're actually on to the final four questions.
Oh boy.
Which is actually off the list. It's just they're coming from my brain because I have the smarts once in a while. Um, First of all, do you have any questions for me as an individual or about the show in general?
Uh, what are your favorite hobbies?
Well, I like walking on the beach, Slow walks on the beach at dusk time. It's great. No. Um. Technically, this is my hobby. Technically. This is my favorite one. Technically. It's always fun. I've never had a bad experience. I'm always down for trying new things with it. It's always fun. I've never really had a bad experience doing this, doing interviews or anything like that.
It's good.
I've had some weird ones, but that's neither here nor there.
I
Uh,
mean, I'm probably one of the weird ones, and I apologize.
nah, no, no, I don't think so. Uh, um, but yeah, is there anything else you wanted to ask, or about me or the show in general?
Do you like Godzilla? And if so, what is your favorite kaiju?
Oh, that's hard.
I'm hitting you with the hard questions.
That's a hardcore question because like, okay, I I truly don't know if you know this or not, but Power Rangers and its Japanese counterpart Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, and Godzilla and Ultraman are all part of like the same genre.
Yes.
Um,
If you're about to say Jet Jaguar, when I show this video to my mom, she is going to lose her absolute collective shit, and it'll be great.
I uh
Please say Jet Jaguar. I'm
sure,
begging you
yeah,
right now.
Jet Jaguar, yeah, 100%.
Yes, even if it's not. I'm so sorry.
That's fine. That's my answer.
My-
That's fine.
If it's one of the Ultramen, that's awesome too. Um,
No, it's
but my mom told me that she has such a hatred for Jet Jaguar.
I feel that. I do. I Oh god.
I just always thought that his roar was stupid. That was all.
Yeah, I get that. Oh golly. Then there's I also love like just like the classic, Godzilla,
Yeah.
Tyranitar, Garchomp.
Pokemon. You're
I mean they are based off of some of them are
Yes,
based
I
off
know,
of
but
stuff,
that was going to be my next question was Pokemon.
Okay, go ahead.
What is your all-time favorite Pokemon? Not legendary Pokemon.
Infernape.
Okay. Now for legendary.
It depends. If I feel like extra like emo and goth, I'm like Giratina, man. Oh my god. But
I'm also very happy that Giratina makes Mothra noises.
yeah. Um, but currently, what? That's actually hard. Like if I'm like not going like my like wanting to be emo goth phase. Well, I called the show Demon Interviews. I feel like that's a good show.
Moving on.
Moving on. But Rayquaza, I think that's one of
hell
my
yeah.
favorite ones. Definitely.
Yeah, my favorite Pokemon all time is Zoroark, and my favorite legendary is Rayquaza.
I thought you were gonna be like, and my favorite legendary is Zoroark. I don't care. That's my favorite Pokemon legendary.
It was introduced like as if it was supposed to be a legendary, but it's not.
True. I mean, and also like Arcanine is known as like the legendary Pokemon.
Yeah, no.
It's like why?
I mean, I get it. Like it was supposed to be something more than what it was, but it's a doggo. It's a good doggo.
Good doggo, 100%, but confusing doggo as well. Um. Then, is there any other questions, comments, concerns?
Questions? No. I could probably think of more if you wanted me to.
If you want
Comments? No. Concerns? Probably not. But
Not now.
if you have nothing else to add, then I'm fine.
Cool. I'm shocked you didn't ask like what's your favorite FNAF animatronic.
I mean, I could if you'd like.
I mean, you can if you want.
It's quite predictable of me. So, what is your favorite FNAF animatronic?
I feel like mine's very simple. It's very easy to tell.
Oh boy.
With my name being Springy,
Oh boy.
it's
Oh
obviously
boy. Oh boy.
it's obviously
it-
Monty Gator.
Yeah, perfect. I
No,
was gonna say it was Freddy Fazbear himself.
He is up there, but I feel like Freddy would definitely be my top 10. I feel like Freddy's in the top 10. He has to be. You
I
know?
mean, like I love all of the FNAF characters. So if you're like, who's your favorite? I currently am like with my favorite of Sun and Moon, but that doesn't mean I don't dislike any of my characters. I love all of the characters. Like if you were to say, "Here, have a balloon boy," I'd be like, "Thank you. This is mine now. Goodbye."
Goodbye. I yeah yeah. I'll just feed him some batteries. It'll be fine.
I'm gonna just gonna pet him on the head, sit him down on this table, and just be like, "Here, have some Jello."
Have some Jello. But for seriousness, my favorite is Springtrap. Shocking, I know. Um, as my phone home screen picture is also Springtrap from the new movie, which as of this
Oh,
recording,
nice.
it's not out yet. But as of this coming out, it will have been out for 2 months.
Yeah,
So that's not
yeah.
confusing.
Well, I mean, if that should tell you anything, I have something to show you that you'll probably get a kick out of.
Oh, I will
Uh,
always, and I'll try
my
to remember to
phone.
put this up here too. Speaking of Dark Mia the Gone, she just liked one of my posts. That's funny. Oh, I love those. That's the first one's from the AR game when it was
Yeah,
Valentine's Day.
it was the AR Valentines.
I love that.
I was so tickled by that. I was like, oh, mine.
Oh, I love that.
And also, the other one is a render that I made a long time ago.
Oh, I was like, that looks like that. Like, obviously, it looks familiar. It's Glitch Trap, but like, I was like, where? I was like, I've never seen that before. It looks so cool. You did really good.
Thank you. I wanted to make like those old like fake screenshots type of thing.
Oh yeah, those are fun. No, I can't look at that right now. Phone. Uh, but if there is any other questions, comments, and concerns, I do in fact have three more for you.
Okay.
Um, first of all, excuse me, would you ever like to come back onto the show in the future?
Sure. Sure.
Good. We have planned 16 more,
Oh boy.
and you're drawing 16 different characters in each video. Go.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I mean, I already gave you 12. It's good. It's
I
fine.
mean, yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Worries. Um,
Sweats loudly.
next question is, who would you like to see on the show in the future?
I wouldn't know who to ask to go onto the show. I'm sorry.
That's fine. No worries. And if you ever think of any, you can always send them to me. Or if you're like, I don't know, leave me alone. Leave me alone.
I mean, get out of my room. I'm playing Minecraft.
Leave me alone. I'm drawing your fucking reindeer. Oh my god. But my final question is: do you have any questions for a future guest?
Questions for future guests.
And as you can
sure,
see,
I
they
can-
can be as crazy as they want to be.
um. Okay, I have a fun question for them. It's a creative one.
Okay.
You are able to receive one power. Would you choose the power of life or the power of death?
Death.
This can be interpreted any way that you would have.
I love how I answered like before you even finished your sentence. Death. Oh. Oh god.
That is my question for future, because there's a lot of different interpretations that can be made of it, and if you look at it surfacely, yeah, you could choose one or the other, or you can see the cacophony of absolute intense things that could be included with that power.
I get that. Here, I'm actually adding it to the list right now. Eh, 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 eh.
I think I have one more question if you don't
Oh,
mind
yeah, go
adding
ahead.
one more. the For anyone else willing to answer this question, are you diurnal? Or are you nocturnal?
Oh, the other one means a day per. Okay. My
Yeah,
brain
are
was
you?
like, wait, what does that mean?
Do you exist in the night or do you exist in the day? And this is not by, society's deeming. I'm asking about your personal schedule, your natural born schedule.
I'm a night person, but I'm forced to wake up in the day.
Yeah, that's a lot of people's unfortunate circumstance.
I'm actually also gonna write that one down too. Like as we're talking, so I don't forget, because I have forgotten to put them down before.
Ah.
I mean, no, I don't.
You just hold on yourself so hard.
I did. They or nut or nut person. That's suspicious. I'm actually finishing this. Yeah. Do it quick. Do it fast. Do it until your fingers fall off. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Perfect. Okay, I have them both written down, and now one of them's not in the same format, and I'm losing my brain. Okay, there we go. Okay, but with that, I think we're actually done.
Cool.
Um. So, um. Oh my god, I didn't even do the most important thing. I'm supposed to say. Oh my god. Okay, whatever. Well, I'll add that to the middle later. Add it to the middle of my list of questions later, because I have like 6 different lists for 6 different types of things. Um,
Ah.
but don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell icon. If you have any questions for our lovely guest here, put them in the comment section below, and if we ever come back onto the show, ask them your questions. And don't forget to follow our lovely guest on all social media platforms. Um, but yeah, I think that is now it. So, is there any last minute remarks or anything along those lines that you would like to say?
Make sure that you guys take good care of yourselves. There's a lot of stress and anger and frustration out there. While it is difficult for us to try and go through these types of things, you are stronger than you know. You have been able to get yourself up out of bed this morning, and that takes strength. You were able to even put even the simplest things on. And now you are absolutely killing it. Keep being a badass and keep going. I know you can make it. Things will get better.
That was the sweetest fucking thing ever said on the show. Like, what the? I, 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 I can't top that. I don't know what to say. Um,
Just make sure you guys are staying hydrated, make sure you guys are staying well fed, and try to make sure that you stretch a little, okay? We need to get your blood flowing just a tiny bit.
just a little bit. My God. But with that, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to follow our lovely guests on all the social media platforms. Um, and yeah, I don't know what to care. So, thank you all for watching, and at least I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.
Bye!